Okay guys, I'm right outside of a library, maybe 15 minutes from my home, and you can see in the corner, maybe right around here, that there's a little free library right outside. I'm really just going to run up to the box, drop my stuff off, and head back. The main reason I want to do this is little free libraries are such a great resource for not only readers but authors alike. You get to kind of give one and take one. You kind of get to bring the stuff that you don't typically read and put it to good use. You know, you can donate it. You can, get rid of those ARC copies you don't want to be saving. There's a lot of benefits to having them, and I never really explored the ones around me, so I really want to try and see more of what's around me. In my town, there's about 4 or 5 between my town and the surrounding town, but I'm going to hit up this box right now and drop off a book and bookmark. So for my first book, I'm going to donate Death Clown's bookmarks sticking out at the top, you can see, and I'm going to be sleeving it for someone to find. Pretty bold. Hope someone will grab it. Done. This next little library, I'm going to be leaving Dead Planet, but it's on someone's residence, so I'm going to try and be quick. Here we go. Dead Planet is stashed. So this is an interesting one because this one is actually by a park near me, and I've actually never been here, but I got Hyde Cove, and I'm going to go drop it off. Got number 3. Hyde Cove. So the last little free library is just outside the window. I'm in a residential area, so I don't really want to have my camera out and about in the street. So I'm just going to grab my copy, put it in the library, and then I'm going to move on to my goals of 2024. So Madman is inside, and this is the last little free library that I'll be doing. You guys have been in here before, right? All right, so now that we finished the little library section, I really just want to talk about my goals of 2024. And I don't really have a whole lot, as a book channel, it's typically reading books. So let's start with the first one. More reading. I have so many books. I have anything from science fiction to graphic novels to an abundance of horror, which you guys know I love so much. But I really just want to focus on reading and enjoying myself. There's all this pressure of reading and logging how many books I read and diversifying and supporting friends and reading classics. So I really just want to pick up a book, read it, and really soak in the time of getting all of these books read. Most of these, I'll admit, have not been read. I've been collecting them over the years, supporting friends, going to shows, meeting authors, buying books I'm told that I should read, but haven't yet. I know. Soaking in a lot of the time that I do have to read and really enjoy myself is going to make me a better writer, obviously a better reader, and it's really going to allow me to focus on what I truly, really care about, and it's really just providing entertainment for you guys. So, books. Number 2, I really want to diversify. I have so many different books, but most of the time it's reading small stuff. Typically I would read a novella, this size. You get a lot of entertainment in a small novella, but really diving into something heavier, something like Stephen King usually does, a lot bigger. It's not something I dive into normally because of the time constraint it takes to read something like this, but it's time that I start enjoying some of these, really focusing on diversifying and really spending the time to read long format and how that can benefit me and really just enjoying the experience. Long format is so widely praised. So many authors do it. So many authors who came before me have done it. I myself have written typically the shorter novel / novella size because that's a lot more of what the demographic that I'm catering to typically likes to read. But switching up, getting into bigger books is really going to help me, and I'm really going to enjoy diversifying, and I'm really going to enjoy switching up quite a bit. And don't get me wrong, I am always going to read the shorter books. I just really need to spend a lot more time reading the bigger books instead of just having them collect dust. Some of these I've owned for years and just haven't read because of the time constraints, but really setting aside the time to do it, reading more, is really going to get me into these books more and really going to get me through them faster. So that'll be something to look forward to, really soaking in some big names, some bigger books, and some bigger stories. Not only do I want to diversify with size, but I really want to diversify the things that I read. Graphic novels. I've always enjoyed them. As a kid, I liked comics, but getting into something not only large format, but something large format and graphic novel is really going to be fun. It's really going to see all the different styles that are out there. It's really going to let me focus on a very long story. You know, with comics, you can go for years into a story, and it really branches out a lot of different characters. It branches out a lot of different character arcs. Getting into something like this is number 2 of 3 in a series. So getting through something like this is really going to also inspire me. It's also going to encourage growth. As you know, I've been a comic reader for years, but stepping away from typical novels and novellas and into a different type of story will bring a lot of value, not only to me, but to what I conceptualize. I think that if I have a wide range of stories, or if I have a wide range of ideas, I'm not going to be limited to having mundane creativity over and over. You're not going to get the same type of book from me. You're not going to get the same type of style from me. It's going to be switched up. You know, different stories that come from different inspiration. You don't have one source of inspiration generally. So having comics is a wonderful way to keep me going, which leads to number 3, a very important one. Number 3, getting back into the Amory Wars. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Amory Wars is a comic series created by Claudio Sanchez. And part of the story was a novel. One of my favorites, Year of the Black Rainbow. It is something that I enjoyed through college and I've read up until recently. I even have an entire sleeve dedicated to the artwork of the Amory Wars. I obviously won't undress on camera for you, but I will post a picture somewhere on the screen for you to see my devotion to the fandom that is the Amory Wars. Now, this is obviously not a graphic novel. This is a traditional novel, and when I first read this, it was one of my favorite things I've ever read, and I'm really interested in diving back in. Sometime this year, they were going to be re-releasing parts of the Amory Wars series, so I want to refamiliarize myself with the story, and so I'm ready to just pick up the new saga and really be invested completely and really be familiar with it so I can enjoy it to the full potential. Having this knowledge again, having this story in my mind again is really exciting. It's obviously one of my favorites. I literally have part of this cover tattooed on my body. I'm going to keep you posted with that. I think that comes out in May. So you're going to be seeing me talk about this a lot. You're going to be hearing a lot about the Amory Wars, and maybe I'll do an episode about my devotion and love for that because it is incredible. If you guys have not read the Amory Wars, please go check it out. And I believe this is on Kindle, so you can go get this. They don't have the physical copies anymore. It was a limited release, so make sure you go check this out. It is on Kindle for you guys to check out. So just to recap, I want to really enjoy reading more. I want to dive into more long format stories versus the short format stories. And then I do want to diversify with things like graphic novels and different types of stories. Obviously, there's so much different types of reading out there, and you know, I have a variety of each. I have comics on one shelf, I have novels on another, I have graphic novels on some. I cover just about every aspect there is. But for me to get better, for me to get smarter, for me to get wiser, I really just need to read more. That's the basis of it. And I have more than enough material to keep me sane and busy for years to come. It's not even including the books that I'm potentially going to buy this year. Next week, next episode, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a book haul too, so you're going to get to see some more books coming here. So stay tuned for that. But I'm really looking forward to showing you guys all the things that I really want to conquer. I do have some more personal goals in regards to my own writing, and you're going to get some more details on that next week. I have a big surprise coming for one of my books, and I'm going to have a big announcement soon for one of my books. My 5th book, The Cathedral Dimension, is officially done, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. It's the first draft. Obviously, I have a long process ahead of me of editing myself, having professional edited, beta readers, ARC readers coming in spring. There's a lot to be done, and I'm really excited to give you that very soon. I'm gonna have more details regarding the pre-order, the publication, and maybe even a special package release. You'll just have to wait and see. But make sure you're subscribed and you're gonna get it all here first. Don't you worry. To wrap up this video, I really wanted to try something new, because the best part about writing is the readers and seeing how people enjoy my books and the devotion towards reading my books. So I want to try a new segment called Reader Appreciation. The first person I want to mention is someone who's read just about everything that I've put out, and this individual always is very supportive of my work and is very complimentary of the things I put out. This person is Damaris. I'll post her Instagram. She's gone above and beyond for shouting me out on Instagram and saying kind words about all my books. She's been reading my books in her free time and really has a lot of positivity to say. Anytime I talk to her, she's very excited about what I'm working on, what I'm doing next. And I really just want to say thank you, Damaris, for being such a good support and friend to keep me going. I'm so motivated and I'm so confident because I have readers like you who really boost me up and make me feel proud of everything I'm doing. So thank you. I value you, I appreciate you, and you are one of the best out there on Bookstagram. I am so happy that I have you in my support team. So thank you. This is obviously the first video of 2024, but there's a lot more coming in the near future. I'm literally shooting the next episode in 2 days. And on top of a little book haul, you're also gonna get an emotional episode. I'm saying goodbye to a massive inspiration to me, and you'll see what that's all about in the coming weeks. So make sure you're subscribed. You're getting 2 episodes back to back, and you're getting a lot more episodes this year. I've said it before, but this year I'm on 1,000%. I'm on overdrive, and you're getting a lot. I'm doing bigger shows. I'm doing bigger things. I'm putting out bigger books, and there's going to be a lot more interaction between readers and other authors and friends that are going to be on this channel, and they're going to be involved with my creative process. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure your family's subscribed, make sure your friends are subscribed, and there's a lot more coming very soon. Happy reading, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.